All stinking right. Some angels and airwaves, anybody? Okay. I've dreaded saying today's episode number 67, the whole 6-7. I heard that they're gonna make it the word of the year because so many stinking kids are saying this 6-7 nonsense. Oh man. I've had people ask me, you're a high school teacher, what does 6-7 mean? I've heard 10 different things that it means. And I think the reason that a 6-year-old says 6-7 is a lot different than the reason a 17-year-old says it. And you know what I just the whole thing about some of the best parenting advice is remember that you were once a kid. Remember that you were once in high school when you were a teacher, if you want to be the best type of teacher. Because when we were in high school, we said things that meant nothing, but we loved saying it. Do you want to know why? Because adults didn't know what the heck we were talking about. What's up, whoa day? And again, whoa day, I don't call anybody a whoa day anymore. But I just think good. I'm glad these high schoolers have something that they're so proud to shout out. Man, math teachers, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you get through the times table without there just being a mind loss time of I can't even say a number if the number is anywhere close. Oh man. Anyway, it's episode 67. On Friday I was at the coast and did not record episode 67 on Friday, which I am good with. It is a-okay. So it's actually the kids' day 66 for the kids, I believe. Anyway, I'll have to figure it all out. But man, we have had some rain. Everything has been wet and cold, but memories have been had, and I don't know about you. That's what I live for. I live for some good stinking times, and I think I'm going into this Monday maybe not being as rested and ready to rock as normal mentally, physically. Let's bring it on. We're gonna get through it. But and we've got a couple more days of this rain, but hey, I was trying to tell my mom yesterday that I love the rain so much. Do I want to live in a place where it rains every day? Gosh, no. Sorry, Uncle Ryan, up in Seattle. I know it doesn't rain that much up there. It's kind of just anyway, what I'm trying to say is the reason I love the rain is because 315 days out of the year, we just get bright blue skies, which is what I want to live in. But we were driving back from the coast yesterday, and it was all cloudy and cool weather, rain, light shining through, just some awesome stinking weather. And I love weather because I don't really see it that often. I could live in a place that has lots of weather. I don't want to live in that place. I would not want weather anymore. But I enjoy weather because, it's not the norm, it's not the usual. We've got clouds just billowing over the mountains over there. Anyway, I've said it before, but rain also waters my house and my roof off, cleans the solar panels and the gutters out. It washes all the stuff off the concrete and the dust and the dirt, waters all my plants and my lawn, and my brain is just wish I could make it rain once a week and everything would be good. So, going back to 6-7, I think it's good for kids to have their own little thing that us adults don't know about, because these kids need grace. I think so often us adults can say that these kids are wasting so much time online and they are lazier than we ever were because they're not doing the things that maybe I'm just speaking about my kids. My kids are fantastic. And 10 years ago, when I was teaching, I didn't see this great group and then it just crashed. I see some incredible kids. Are they living in a world that we don't know the first part of it? Gosh, yes. Are they going to be working in jobs that have them do things that we never thought would be a job? Oh, yeah. Should we be worried about it? No, we really shouldn't. The future looks a little bit different than it did back when I was in high school. The idea of college, I think college is like more expensive than it's ever been. It is less exciting for a lot of kids than it's ever been. But I just think that these kids need some stinking grace. And they're gonna figure it out. I was a silly kid for a long time. And I had an adult tell me, hey, you don't have to have it figured out until you're 27. And that was awesome, hearing that at 21, being like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. But what happened when 27 rolled around? I was like, oh, I'm supposed to have it figured out by now. And I am still working promotional events. I'm still surrounded by a bunch of roommates that I don't necessarily want to have. I haven't figured out what I want to do forever. Whoops. Give the guy some grace. He figured it out. It was around 30 that he switched up some stuff. You know what I mean? These kids say dumb things. They listen to dumb music. They watch dumb videos. To me, but to them, it's some of the funniest stuff. And you know what? I'm like, that is all that stinking matters. Because they have their dumb little thing, and good for freaking them. Because let them live their life. We're doing some NASCAR driving right now. It's kind of fun. Oh, we're gonna go back over one more time. You know, I'm just being that guy today. Next time you see a kid doing something that you never did, just remind yourself, oh yeah, when I was in high school, I was weird. I did weird things. I didn't know why I was doing weird things, but I was doing these weird things just because that's what kids were doing, and I did it. And dude, these kids are babies. Sorry, kids. They, you know, mental capacity, all they're thinking about is the next sugary beverage they're gonna drink. What they're gonna post about, what, you know, like, all I'm saying is give yourself the relaxation of just being like, you know what, let them say their 6-7s, let them say all the silly things that they want to say. This is their little high school experience. Sometimes you just gotta let them, and that means let them make bad decisions and suffer the consequences. Let them get into trouble and figure it out, hopefully. I'm always here to guide them, but I'm like, hey, you need to learn to make some decisions. And some of them don't even make decisions. They're so afraid to make a decision that I'm like, no, hey, we need to allow them to be high schoolers. And if you're around me, man, I can remind you of all the dumb things that you used to do when we were in high school. And then you get out of high school. This high school is all these kids know. And when I was in high school, it was this world, and this world revolved around me and like anxiety and friends and all this stuff. But then you get out of high school and you look back and you're like, dude, what was I thinking? I don't think these kids know what they're thinking. And so what I'm thinking is that we just, allow some grace to, slide their way, and I think it'll make us all sleep better. So, that's that. Have a great Monday. Anybody else have anything to say? I don't.